The next guy up, Adam Koester, he's watching the football game in the background. So I don't know. Are the Vikings winning? Anybody know? So Adam, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, bud. How are you?
Great. Thanks for coming on tonight. So typical Jason Schultz style. I waited till the last second to line you guys up, but I know how you guys run the No Practice podcast too. So I'm not going to take any shit from you at all. So
you gave me way too much time. Usually we don't have that much.
Well, welcome, Adam Koester. Anybody got questions for Adam, please throw them in the comments. I got 15 minutes with Adam. I promised everybody. Then we're going to talk about Dragway 42. Then I got Pat Island coming on, Dylan Owens, and I'm going to finish off the night with Randy Fishbaugh. Adam, I know you're good at this podcast stuff. What a season. How many Grand National Championships do you, Adam Koester, have?
Two.
And what years were those?
2000. It's been such a long time. 2008 and 2016. We missed out in 2017. We lost by 1 point. I got DQ'd at Hutchinson, Minnesota, and I didn't get my position points, and I lost the points by 1 that year.
Oh, did you go out of bounds up there?
No, I lost a header.
Okay.
So it's kind of funny. The year after that, they eliminated that rule. So.
Yep. It's always a safety. Now it's a safety thing, right?
Right. Everything's safety.
Yep, that's what I thought when it comes off. All right, so we're looking at the points right now. Oops, I'm sharing the wrong screen. Hold on, guys. I screwed up there. Got to do that. Thanks again for jumping on. Who is anybody winning the football game yet, Adam, behind you?
It's in a commercial right now. They weren't there. I think the Bears were close. Maybe they kicked a field goal, maybe.
Okay. Who's your favorite NFL team?
I'm a Colts fan.
You're a Colts fan? How'd they do yesterday?
They beat the living crap out of the Dolphins.
Did they really?
Yeah, 33-8.
Nice.
That's good because the last 10 years have been pretty dismal.
I drove home from Sandwich and got home and kind of took a nap, and then we had a meeting last night for Full Pull Live, and then kind of look at the next couple months. We got like 30 more events to do. Everybody's like, "Oh, you guys are almost done." I'm like, "No, November."
Yeah, that's what Chase had said. He told me that you guys had a bunch to do yet.
Yep. And then I watched the end of that. So Dan Mayer, our announcer, is a huge Bills fan. So we're texting him, talking smack, because that's what good friends do. I'm like,
right.
Can anybody tackle Lamar Jackson? Can he make JJ Henry or whatever that running back's name? And all of a sudden, the fumble, and then the touchdown, all of a sudden Dan's texting back, and I don't care. I just like messing with my friends, so it's all good.
Right. Well, I'm not a big college fan because usually on Saturdays I'm working, so I don't get much time to watch TV. So Sunday is about the only day I can watch. So I'm an NFL fan.
Yep, I like it. I like it a lot. How many Enderles have you won? Chris Kilbarger once he's watched on
Zero.
Zero.
I've never won that poll.
Ooh. But you've been there a lot, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I've been driving for 20 years. There's a couple years we didn't make it. Probably been there 15, 16 times.
Okay. Awesome.
Been close numerous times.
So right now you're 3 on Jeff, a little bear, 3 on Iron Toy. You lost it coming out of what? Fort, right? Or no, not Fort.
No, actually it was the poll before or was Wellington.
Okay.
Somehow I managed to, after those pretty poor finishes at Bowling Green, still able to maintain a 1-point lead. Then had another not so good finish at Wellington, and then Wauseon, we figured some stuff out and were able to jump back up there.
Yep. So Footloose at 347. Yeah, and the Wauseon you had I know. Let's see. I can scroll down on here. I got to get
Got third.
Okay. Because Ken
was really good. We got third, fourth,
yep.
and ninth there at Wauseon, and I think Jeff was 10th, so that was able to help us. Adam Bauer got ahead of us, and Ken Vinny got ahead of us there. But
yep, Ken's 18 back, so there's really no chance he can do anything.
Right.
Lindsay's 5 back, so that would almost you'd have to get last, and she'd have to get first, and then you guys would tie, right? Is that how?
Yeah, but I think the other 2 guys being there, yeah, I think it would have to be me last, and then still, Jeff and Adam, if somebody's got to finish 3rd and 4th. So,
yeah. Have you sat down and tried to pencil out different scenarios yet, or because that would drive me
not
crazy?
really, man. I mean, honestly, I'm more frustrated with the simple fact of this year we kind of let some things slip. We had a bad air gauge, didn't find it till late in the season, but that's part of it, you know.
Yeah. So you have 3 wins, Adam, 2 seconds, a third, and then no fourth and fifth with the footloose. And then let's see, you walk the line. You have 1/4, and then beast of burden. You have a third and a fourth and a fifth. So it's been a
Yeah.
consistent year across the board with them all. So
Yeah, I mean, even since Farley's not on there, we got a first, a first, a second, and a fourth there. That was really good. Not so good in the finals, but
so
it's been a
Farley,
very good year for us.
Farley wasn't points for those the Thursday
Right.
and Friday ones. No, it wasn't. That's right,
But,
because
yep.
that was the buy-in one. That's right. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Then coming off this past weekend, I took 2 tractors over to Nashville, Illinois, and ran over there for that 2-day event. I think I got a second and sixth and a fourth and a sixth there. So track was really good this year.
Hey, that's nice to hear for the Pullers Championship. I want to. We've had a couple. We've had some issues with the track in the past, so it's good to do.
Yeah,
They
big
must not have
horsepower.
had that little tiller. So
Big horsepower for the mini rods. Needed a really short lug because the track was so tacky, and so you look at the results there, and some of them skinny guys with a little bit more front end weight were able to get up front.
Yep, that's awesome. That is awesome. Your dad, how many Grand National Championships did your dad have over the years?
Oh boy, if you're talking NTPA, I think it was 3 or 4.
Okay.
I'd have to look. I'd have to look on the wall, Jason. Honestly, we were hit pretty hot and heavy there for a little bit in the mid late 2000s, and then we kind of had a dry spell there for a little bit, and then we kind of resurrected ourselves, and then we struggled the last couple of years again. So been doing it a long time, and I wish we had a few things back there, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he's been a 3 or 4 time NTPA champion.
Nice. Is Footloose your best piece out of the 3?
It's hard to tell, man. They're so equal. It's really funny that you know the one. So I built 2 brand new tractors, and I put air ride on the front end of them because my brother-in-law and guys like RJ said, you need it. So I put air ride on the 2, and in the back of my mind, the black tractor that's actually leading, the Footloose tractor that's leading, it was I bought it from Dusty Price. It was brand new, and he was getting rid of it, and I found it to be a pretty good deal. I got it home, and we had to change a few things because the motor mounts were different, and had to adapt the seat because the roll cage was really short on it, and I just thought, hey, we'll get 2 new tractors built. If I ever think I'm going to go back to 2, then I'll have 2 that match, and I'll just get rid of that oddball. Well, the thing's been running better than the other 2. Now, I don't know that any of the equipment's different than the other. I just think when you come across a good set of tires and you kind of put one on that, you kind of leave them alone,
Yeah, 100%. And you guys, I mean, I've always said minis are the bull riding of the truck and tractor pulling with your horsepower to weight ratio. It's insane. Like I felt like when I had my limited pro Adam, I felt like we all could have access kind of the same pump and the same turbo. It's either Weimer or Hart's. It's pretty much in that class. But then we got into like where it was tires. And then somebody would win a pull with a set of Parks tires, and everybody go buy a set of Parks tires. And then the Mitas would come out. I'm just making shit up now. I don't even know. But in the mini class, is it the same thing with tires, or is it just getting out? I mean, there's so many of you guys now and gals in the class,
Yeah.
Adam. It wasn't 10, 15 years ago, Adam. There was maybe 8 or 10 minis at a pull.
Right.
Look at the numbers now. It's just crazy. And it's
Yeah,
so fun to
so
watch.
you look at the probably I would say the year that things mostly changed was 2019 was the year my dad died, and Chad came out with a new harder compound tire trying to get the life better because some of the Pioneers and CPECs, you may have 1 or 2 runs on them and it just ripped the lug clean off of them. So when he made the harder compound tire, the rubber being stiffer didn't allow for the tire to be the same diameter. The tire life improved, but it was a shorter diameter, and anybody in pulling knows that a shorter tire isn't always better. So it took from 2019 to about 2022 for him to. After my dad died, I sold all the tires and I got all new tires, thinking that I'm gonna start out with new tires, and that way in the middle of the year I'm not having to change tires on wheels and do all the stuff that you know, it's a lot of work going down to like one guy now. But from 19 to 22, we really struggled with the tires, and then Chad made some changes to the tires, and they redid some cord structuring and stuff like that, and the tires have really come around. I do believe his new tires as good as anybody, you know, as good as the old ones. They're just a little bit heavier, maybe, than the old ones, but you know, I I can't complain that the mini rods have one tire to run. I mean, yeah, as a manufacturer, I could see where they got the market cornered, but I also look at like the two-wheel drives and the pro stocks and the big mods and all the classes. It's just the flavor of a week on a tire, and you know, you start dealing with a big set of tires or like mini rods. The amount of tires, you're talking about a large amount of money. So I'm very thankful that we have basically one tire to run, and it's been working really good for us.
Is a mini tire, the rear tire, the same as a rear two-wheel drive tire? Is that the same tire, same dimensions,
No,
everything?
the mini rod tire is a 6 ply, and it is what they call the narrower tire now. Now that you know the nickels came out and they made a wider tire, and then you know Chad also had to adapt and made his tire wider. But the 6 ply tire is a lighter tire. The 10 plies, you know, I don't even think that they're way too heavy of a tire for the minis, and then the front end weight's so valuable. But they're also wider now, so you can't run those. They have us limited on tread width and everything. They're down to like, I think the rules like 17 inches on the tread width. We're only allowed a 30 lug. So you know, like I said, the tires have really come around good. Now it's just having a big lug set and a shorter lug set for the different tracks that you run on.
Yeah. When's the last time you were at the Enderle, Adam?
I ran last year. I got second to Ken.
Okay. Good deal. And then, do you like the format with the coming down to the points like this, or did you like the Enderle kind of being an all-star poll?
You know, I was kind of looking at this the other day when the NHRA, I don't really pay attention much to the NHRA, and somebody texted me, like, hey, Tony Stewart was the regular season points champion. So I guess with the new format, I can run around with a picture that says I'm the regular season points champion.
Don't do that.
If worse things come to worse. But I like the format. I see what they're doing.
Don't do that. That's kind of douchey.
Well, I kind of looked at him like, are you kidding me? Is that even a thing to be a regular season points champion? Like, that's the dumbest thing ever. But I understand why they're doing it. You know, they're trying to get more involvement there with the guys, because if somebody would win the points and you're in the fields or you're working or you're busy, or it's just a long way to drive for one hook. So I understand what they're trying to do there with it. So I respect what they're thinking is there. We'll just see how the format works this year. I think it has definitely brought a little bit more energy to the points races. You know, they and this is no offense to the events that they were having, but when you're crowning champions at a fair somewhere, and you know, for us, it used to be Wasion. It was just the 4-wheel drives and the 2-wheel drives. So our 4-wheel drives and the mini rods, you know, and then you got the mods and the super stock diesels and the pro stocks were all at Sandwich, and now it's bringing them all to one place, and I think it's a better deal.
Yeah, I love it from a storyline, production, TV side of it, Adam. It's fun, and we're, you know, the champions will be crowned this Saturday. And yeah, some of the points races are done, but they still have to show up. They still have to hook to the track. I interviewed Shane Kellogg, you know, in Sandwich. Like, all I got to do is show up, Schultz. Like, don't, as long as I don't screw that up and bump the sled. But it's good because your best is going to be there, and that's fun.
Yeah, I think the worst thing they could have done is do like a top 5 and a reset. It kind of takes away from what a guy worked to the entire year, you know. So at least they didn't do that. But still, like in my situation, it's better to be leading than chasing. So I think the way I got it mathed out, if we finish third or better, I'm going to be happy. So
nice. What would I mean, do you feel like you have a monkey on your back because it's been a while and you have 3, or what would a points championship mean to you, Adam?
It'd mean a lot, you know. it's been there's been a lot of struggles since obviously my dad passing away in 19, and we work really hard at it, and the three tractors, maybe it's a little overkill. I seen some comments about some people, we have three tractors because our sponsor ship allows us to, and honestly, I feel that I can do good with all three of them. So, if I could win a championship, I think it's a little validation for the hard work that I've put in, and my team, my wife, my mom, my kids, Toby, my friends that help me when I need some help and go with me, and they've made it a lot of fun since my dad's passed away. We've shared a lot of laughs, and it's been really cool. So it'd be great if we could finish it off.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Well, I mean, to validate, you have three minis and they're all in the top 10 in points. That's pretty awesome. So
yeah,
that.
I was a little greedy there at Wassiano. He was like, man, I don't wish any bad will on anybody, but it'd been really neat if I could have got a second one in the top five. But to finish like we did this year, at one point in time, I think we were first, third, and seventh in the points, and I was really proud of that. So I know that we have the equipment and the do it all. Just like I said, I got a little frustrated at air gauge. I think it's been wrong all year long, but as the tires have broken down, I think it started affecting the way we were running. So nobody's fault but our own. But I think we still got a pretty good shot at things here. Jeff's running good, Adam's running good, Ken's been running good, Lindsay's been running good the whole year. So it should come down to a really good class at the Enderle.
It's fun, and that's what it's all about. It's fun from the fans' perspective and for you guys as well. Got a lot more on the line to do that. Two final quick questions. How many MBR engines are in the points race? Chuck Hobbs wants to know.
Oh, man, that's a good question. I haven't even really paid much attention to that. Luckily, the phone hasn't rang too many times this year. I know in circulation we have a bunch. I mean, like I said, at one point in time, we had, I think, 20, what was it? Was it 26 in the unlimited class competing this year? In the two-wheel drive class, we have, oh man, 30 plus, and that's across the organizations.
Right.
And mini rods, we're getting more and more total out there. I mean, we're looking at maybe 120 MBRs out in circulation. Plus, I have some drag racers and drag boat racers and stuff like that.
Cool. Okay, I want to ask you two more questions. If you could drive in another class, what would you build, or what would you pull in, or if you just wanted to jump on one time, what are you driving?
Well, I think if I was going to own another tractor, I've always liked to own a light super stock, just because I like the sheet metal and the alcohol. But you'd be dumb not to say an unlimited.
Right.
Obviously you're probably not going to see me with a light super stock at any time with my business that I run. But yeah, I guess it would be probably an unlimited or a modified.
Okay, cool. I can see the light super thing because I feel like that's the mini rod of the tractor world for the horsepower weight ratio for you guys. My son.
Yeah, I thought a couple years ago when I was running bad, maybe about a 2-engine mod, but it's too much for me to move around by myself. I do a lot of the stuff, and that's not a glorification of that. Just Toby lives an hour away, and my friends they only help when they can, and it's mostly me all the time. So I can push the mini rod around. I can load the trailer by myself. I can do a lot of things by myself. I really would have liked to do the mod, but the tires and all that stuff, it's just a lot, and maybe one of these days when I get rich and famous, maybe I'll get a better trailer that I can haul one in.
There you go. Last question. Who's on the No Practice podcast Wednesday?
I think we've had some talk. We haven't locked him in yet, but there was some shenanigans that happened there Saturday night at the Nashville Pull and the Southern Illinois Showdown, I think it was, or I think we might have John Card on there, and maybe there's a little video of me doing a shotgun against him. So, but it'd be good to have John on there. Me and him have always got along very well, and he's always been very nice to me, and same with me. I've always been nice to him, and I think maybe from a fan's point of view that they think a different manufacturer or a different engine builder, if you want to call them so, that there's not really as much beef between them as you think. We're
Right.
the market's big enough for us to both be there and then more. So maybe John Card. I think we might try to get John Link back on. I think there was a few things that happened at Sandwich we'd like to maybe touch base with him on. And
I interviewed Brian Schrammick with the ice cubes coming out on the track. So
did
yeah,
you? Yeah.
that's on Full Pull Facebook. I actually named it Ice Ice Baby.
There
So,
you go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So,
I think there was I think they did the right thing on Saturday. Just be consistent, man. So if we could, I'm sure we'll have something up our sleeve. We haven't really talked about, dude. We do not prepare as good as we should. I wish we could give as much effort as we should, because it's a really cool thing. I hope everybody likes the podcast. I enjoy doing it.
it's a hoot.
So it's been a lot of fun. Shared a lot of stories, had a lot of laughs, things like that.
Yeah, awesome. Well, Adam, I'll see you in a couple of days. Again, fans, Grand National classes start at 5. We're going to be live, Full Pulls doing a puller meal, like music, kind of a fun night, Friday night. And then at 7 o'clock, we're going to do the actual drawings, and we'll have that live on Facebook and YouTube. So
thanks,
Adam, I'll see you
Jason,
in a
for all
couple
you
of days.
do, man. You work really hard at it, and I really thankful that you put as much into it as you do, because I don't think the fans really understand how passionate you are about the sport and how much you really care and have been pushing this for a very, very long time. So I want to thank you. And I thank all the fans for tuning in to the podcast and coming up to the trailer and saying hi. It's been a good year, and hopefully we'll see some more people here at Urbana.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll be sticking a phone in your face Saturday night when you're a Grand National champion, Adam. So,
It'd be great, man.
all right, man. Have a good night. Thanks for your time.
Thanks. Take care.
Yeah.